Hey everyone and welcome back to Viral Trendz. The coronavirus has infected more than 2 million people worldwide, and cities are locked down, schools are closed and families self-isolate in their homes. Thousands of people have died after testing positive for COVID-19, the disease caused by the coronavirus. Today we're going to be talking about 10 artists who caught COVID. Make sure you stay into number 1 as you don't want to miss which shocking artist caught COVID. Number 10, Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson. 63-year-old actors Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson were in Australia to produce Baz Luhrmann's Elvis Presley biopic, which Tom Hanks plays Colonel Tom Parker when they announced they had the disease. Tom took to his social media page, Instagram, shared, "Hello folks, Rita and I are down here in Australia. We felt a bit tired, like we had colds and some body aches. Rita had some chills that came and went, slight fevers too. To play things right, as is needed in the world right now, we were tested for coronavirus and were found to be positive." Hanks added, "Well now, what to do next? The medical officials have protocols that must be followed. We Hankses will be tested, observed and isolated for as long as public health and safety requires. Not much more to it than one day at a time approach, no. We'll keep the world posted and updated. Take care of yourselves." Warner Brothers, a company distributing the film, released a statement about Hanks and Wilson, who visited 2 of the most popular tourist attractions in Australia before testing positive for the disease. "We were working closely with the appropriate Australian health agencies to identify and contact anyone who may have come in direct contact with the individual. The health and safety of our company members is always our top priority, and we are taking precautions to protect everyone who works on our productions around the world. The individual who tested positive for COVID-19 is currently receiving treatment." Hanks and Wilson departed from the Queensland hospital 5 days after they announced that they tested positive for COVID-19, as reported by People and Entertainment Tonight. 2 weeks after exhibiting symptoms, Hanks tweeted that the couple has been feeling better and encouraged his followers to shelter in place to avoid spreading the virus. Number 9, Madonna. Pop diva Madonna revealed that she tested positive for the COVID-19 antibodies. The singer shared the news in the 14th edition of her quarantine diary on Instagram TV. She said, "Took a test the other day and I found out that I had the antibodies, so I'm just going to go for a long drive in the car and I'm going to roll down the window and I'm going to breathe in the COVID-19 air. Yup, I hope the sun is shining." According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, US, antibody tests are used to determine whether a person has been exposed to COVID-19 by finding proteins the body produces to fight the virus. The singer clarified that she does not currently have coronavirus, but just sick, via an Instagram post. "When you test positive for antibodies, it means you had the virus, which I clearly did, as I was sick at the end of my tour in Paris over 7 weeks ago, along with many other artists in my show, but at the time, we all thought we had a very bad flu. Thank God we're all healthy and well now." Number 8, Pink. Superstar Pink revealed via her social media that she had tested positive for COVID-19. Announcing on both Twitter and Instagram, she said, "2 weeks ago, my 3-year-old son Jamison and I were showing symptoms of COVID-19. Fortunately, our primary care physician had access to tests and I tested positive. My family was already sheltering at home and continued to do so for the last 2 weeks, following the instruction of our doctor. Just a few days ago, we were retested and are now thankfully negative." To help the process, the 40-year-old announced that she is making a sizable donation of $1 million to support healthcare workers on the front line. She donated $500,000 to the Temple University Hospital Emergency Fund in Philadelphia in honour of her mother and Judy Moore, who worked there for 18 years in the Cardiomyopathy and Heart Transplant Centre. Additionally, she also donated $500,000 to the City of Los Angeles Mayor's Emergency COVID-19 Crisis Fund. Number 7, Scarface. Scarface revealed his diagnosis March 26 during a live stream with Ghetto Boys bandmate Willie D. The rapper explained that he had been sick for weeks, in and out of treatment, but officially got his results on March 25. What started out as an itch in the throat led to Scarface heading to the emergency room, where he was given an IV and antibiotics. After his discharge, he returned to the ER even sicker and noted that it started off with pneumonia in both my lungs, and 3 or 4 days later, his kidneys failed. In late April, he updated that he was on dialysis due to kidney failure. "That's my new lifeline," he said of his dialysis port. "Hanging on the string of death makes you really appreciate life," Scarface added. He's inches away from death. Number 6, Sam Smith. In an interview with Apple Music's Zane Lowe, Smith reveals they caught the bug while in the UK, but like many other self-diagnosed, stayed in and let nature take its course. Smith, recounting, said, "I didn't get tested, but I know I had it. 100% had it. Everything I've read completely pointed to that. So I definitely think I had it." Shortly after falling ill, Smith's sister started showing the same symptoms, so they locked her down for a 3-week stint in self-isolation to protect those near and dear. Smith's decision to self-isolate came before the UK imposed strict social distancing measures in March. Smith previously decided to rename and postpone the release of their upcoming album, originally called To Die For. The Stay With Me crooner told Lowe's it's ready to go whenever this all calms down, but said no idea when they might announce a new name or release date. Number 5. Andrew Watt. Music producer Andrew Watt recently revealed in an Instagram post that he has been tested positive for coronavirus. The music producer, who worked on Cardi B's Grammy-winning album Invasion of Privacy and each of Post Malone's 3 albums, shared in a March 17 Instagram post that he was initially diagnosed with the flu when he started feeling sick on March 6 and was told by a doctor that he absolutely didn't have coronavirus. Watt explained that he went to the ER and begged to be tested and was denied, and it wasn't until he got a private doctor that he found out that he had the virus. Watt then threw light on the severity of the situation and why it's necessary to take early preventative measures to deal with the pandemic. To have the mentality, I'm young and this can't affect me, is straight up stupid and so dangerous to everyone around you, wrote the 29-year-old. It's not about you, it's about everyone together fighting this as a team. Number 4. Damien Kulash. The OK Go frontman shared his battle with COVID-19 on the band's website, along with their new song All Together Now, which was inspired by the nightly cheering for frontline workers around the world. In an open letter to fans, Kulash shared that he and his wife caught the virus early when there were only 6 known California cases. My symptoms lasted forever, but were only genuinely scary for a day and a half. My wife Kristen's battle was tougher though. She was only briefly at the hospital, but bedridden with breathing problems for a long stretch, he shared. We're extremely lucky. She made a full recovery, and though the kids don't have symptoms, they never got much worse than a nasty cold. My heart aches for those who haven't had the same luck. Number 3. Chris Slig. The Christian singer and finalist in Season 6 of American Idol revealed he was battling with COVID-19 in early July. Slig's condition took a turn for the worse, and he admitted he had contracted pneumonia. Breathing without pain or coughing is difficult, and I didn't get much sleep last night, but hopefully the antibiotics do their work fast, he writes on Instagram. Slig has impacted the Billboard 200 on 3 occasions, including a top 10 with 2008's Empty Me. Number 2. Jackson Browne. Jackson Browne revealed March 24 that he has tested positive for the coronavirus. In an interview with Rolling Stone, the Rock and Roll Hall of Famer said he immediately sought out testing when he developed a cough and started running a fever. He did test positive, but he downplayed the severity of his illness. My symptoms are pretty mild, so I don't require any kind of medication, and certainly not hospitalization or anything like that, Browne said. The 71-year-old rocker is pretty confident he picked up the virus on his recent trip to New York for the Love Rocks NYC benefit, which moved forward on March 12 as planned, but live streamed for the first time and with no audience because of early coronavirus cautions. Now I wish I hadn't gone to New York and done the benefit, he admitted. Number 1. Kanye West. Add Kanye West to the list of celebrities who said they have coronavirus. In an interview with Forbes magazine, West revealed that he contracted COVID-19 in February. Chills, shaken in the bed, taking hot showers, looking at videos telling me what I'm supposed to do to get over it, West said in describing the symptoms he had, before striking a lighter, more competitive note about having the virus. I remember someone had told me Drake had that, and my response was Drake can't be sicker than me. West did not describe what steps he took to recover from the disease, but he adamantly rejected any notion that the rush to find vaccine to combat 19 is the answer. It's so many of our children that are being vaccinated and paralysed, so when they say the way we're going to fix COVID is with a vaccine, I'm extremely cautious, he said, going on to spin his unproven conspiracy theory about alleged tracking devices hidden in vaccines. While you are here, go ahead and click on one of these 2 videos on your screen. See you there.